and I'm about to break the entire game. Okay, I'm just gonna break it, and here we go. You guys ready to see me break the game? Here it is. This is it. We're going 120 into a parked vehicle. There it is. And we do some flips and flops, and we're on the roof. And now, some things to notice here. I'm going to pause the video for a little bit. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Are you there?
Are you there?
Is this thing on? What is happening right now? Today, as I mentioned, today we're going to be doing another community stream for Urban Venture. For those of you that do not know, Urban Venture, or that need a refresher, Urban Venture is our next title. It's a taxi simulation game based in a one-to-one recreation of the city of Barcelona. And it sounds ambitious because it is. And maybe Alex can tell you a little bit about how ambitious our project is. How are you feeling about the project so far, Alex?
Feeling great. Like not only because it's ambitious, but also it's very interesting. I guess it's not like very common to have an opportunity to join such a driving simulation, and actually like simulating the whole city traffic and how it looks and the whole feel, even the smell, if it would be possible, right? So that's like, for me, it's very like rewarding to be here and work on that, because but this is cool, to simulate the reality. It's not that easy as you might think, because it's like you'd say that the art and the design is already done by nature, or like the people that are in charge of organizing the city architecture. But it's at some point might be even more difficult, because you really need to you have it already set and planned. You need to adjust it in 100% and not to deviate from it, right? Because it wouldn't be an actual simulation, and so someone would call us that it's not actual Barcelona, right? So we really need to focus to really recreate it as it is. So there is a little space for creativity, but it's still not that bad. Of course, there are a
That's
lot
sort
like
of weird though, isn't it? Because like, usually when you're making video games, you want to get like the most like creative minds that you can, right? Like you want to be as creative as possible. That's like really interesting to what you said, is like when you're making a simulation game that is ambitious as a one-to-one recreation of the city of Barcelona, you really can't be that creative. You have to be like, okay, we're making this one-to-one. That means everything is exactly how it should be in real life as it would be in our virtual world, right? Can you maybe talk about like what are some of the challenges that the team is facing when they're trying to recreate the world at a one-to-one scale in the city of Barcelona?
I think that the most difficult thing is to connect all the things that make the city real, which is the AI and the architecture. I guess like we've never thought that would be that difficult actually before.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, because like we have intelligent people, let's say, driving in the cities, so they can stop on the red lights and go on the green ones, and like stop like a last minute before the accident. And even though the road, for example, is not very like comfortable to drive, because like some of parts of the city are very old and they weren't designed for the cars to drive through. So doing that in a game is not really easy, due to the fact that the AI would never be as intelligent as people, at least for a couple of years,
Mm,
I guess.
yeah.
So you need to, a little bit. Yeah, we are still figuring out how to like make the like to have the CD looking the same way as it is in the real life, and still like making the traffic flow not fluent, but like how to say that
Bearable.
yeah, or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
like makes like for example the roundabouts in Barcelona are crazy, and they are posing a huge challenge for our AIs. So
Yeah,
yeah.
we talked about the roundabouts in our developer blog, and in case you guys missed it, we did put out a fourth developer blog on the Steam Community Hub. So if you haven't seen it already, feel free to check it out. We go into a little bit more detail. I see that my stream bot posted the link, but I'll post it again. Oh, feel free to check that out, guys. There's a lot of interesting stuff that we're going to be putting into our blogs on a day on a not a daily, a more monthly basis, and we'll share behind the scenes things, yeah, that we probably maybe would have missed on stream or something like that. But that's the reason why we're doing these streams. We're doing the developer blogs because we want to be as transparent as possible when it comes to the community and showing you guys what to expect from our game. We have a question here from YouTube. Am I going to be able to play with mouse and keyboard like in ETS2? Yes, you will be able to play with mouse and a keyboard, and maybe even some external peripherals, which, I think our goal is to have people, with a steering wheel and pedals and stuff like that. However, right now we're just focused on finishing the game and bringing it to a stable state. Which brings me to my next point. Today, we're going to be showing you guys some more gameplay footage. Now, keep in mind, this is pre-recorded footage. It's about 12 minutes of footage of just me driving through the city. Okay, guys, so what do you think? I have the video ready here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the music because there is going to be some in-game sounds as well. So I'm gonna queue up the video, and then we can begin. So, guys, disclaimer. Okay, I'm gonna keep repeating this. Right, this is not the final version of the game. This is still a work in progress. We know that it's not done, and game development takes time. And overall, we hope that you guys enjoy what you see here. If you have any constructive criticism to give, we're more than happy to accept the criticism, take the feedback, analyze it, and go from there, right? And we just want you guys to enjoy what we have made here. I'm just gonna fit this to the screen. There we go. Okay, I think it should be good. Over it. Okay. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit. What we see on the screen here. And yeah. So let's go for it. You ready, Alex?
I am ready.
Y'all ready for this? Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Here we go. Might be a little loud. So right here, I'm in the cabin. I did notice that was Microsoft Teams, by the way. So if you're on your computer, it's in the video. No one is messaging you right now on Microsoft Teams. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So right now I'm in the cabin. We talked about some of the cabin features already. Over here, I'm just simply going over some of the cabin buttons, the horn. As you guys can see, there, you have full Jesus, that's so loud. I knew it was going to be loud. You have, the player is going to have full customization, or not customization, full functionality in the cabin when it comes to putting down all the windows. And now I did the last time we showed this feature, we were only able to put down one window. And now we're able to put down all of the windows, right, Alex? You're muted.
I am
Okay,
muted.
now you're not
Oh,
muted.
sorry.
I think it was just because you said it really quiet and it didn't like
Okay,
capture it.
sorry.
Yeah, just start yelling. But yeah, so now you're able to put down all the windows. Is there anything else that we're able to do right now in the current build?
Mm, there should be, but like not like entirely updated now. If it's about the cabin, but I guess that hasn't changed much since we last discussed
Okay,
the cabin. So
okay.
yep. But there's plenty things to do this month. But we are like further than we are closer to like already complete the whole cabin. So there's yeah, like the radio and AC and a couple of other things, but we are like nearly done here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool because the functionality of the cabin, and like we mentioned before, it will have influence or it will have some sort of effect on like the passenger that you're carrying from point A to point B, right? Like it's like he might ask you like, hey, can you roll the window down or turn on the air conditioning? And then if you do that, you get more experience, more money, and then you can like progress your character that way. I
All right.
see. I see that we have a question from Facebook, from Travolt. Can you also talk about the cars we drive? Will there be different brands and models upgrades? So we won't. There won't be any branded cars right now, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
you're
Um,
correct.
yeah.
Uh,
So no like Mercedes or Opel or whatever.
yeah.
Um, just the models that look similar to the real thing, right? Um, Maybe you can shed a little bit more light on that, Alex, because I know that there's a lot of people in the community that have been asking that question as well. So
Yeah, like actually we were planning to have like our own brands of the cars. So
okay,
so yeah, it's still in the making. But we don't have like specific like anything to reveal now. We are figuring out
right,
logos, stuff
right.
like that.
And when it
So
comes to upgrades, you will be able to upgrade your vehicle in the garage section that we have over here, that you guys will see. Now, keep in mind, this isn't the final version of the garage. This is a very rough draft, I would say, but it gives you a lot of information, as you can see on the screen here. It gives you. Let me pause the video a little bit. It gives you how some performance details of your vehicle, braking power, maneuverability. You'll be able to see the fleet of cars that you will have in your fleet of cars. Like so, right now we only have these two placeholder cars in the background here, the ketchup and mustard cars, as I like to call them. But once we implement different models, you'll be able to see them all over here. So we go back a little bit, and then you'll be able to see your car status. Now, this is going to be a pretty engaging and interesting feature of Urban Venture, and you're basically going to have to maintain your car, and you're going to have to watch the fuel, engine levels, endurance, tire pressure, all these things. I don't. What does this these stars mean, Alex? Oh, does this mean cleanliness?
Clay.
Well, okay,
Correct.
cleanliness. Okay, yeah. So cleanliness of your vehicle, all of these things, and you'll be able to manage and fix and refuel, clean your vehicle all from the garage. As you can see here, on the bottom right hand corner, you can have the option to refuel. You can refuel incrementally or completely, whatever your budget allows, right? We have a question from Juan Tux. As we will be a taxi, will the car have typical yellow and black taxi color that Barcelona taxis have? I think this will just depend on the player. You'll be able to customize your vehicle, and if you want to make your taxi yellow, you could do it, right?
Go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like since we want to implement the whole customization of the car, you will be able to drive whatever you like. So this is the intention. But like we will be starting off as a driver in a like casual like a normal car, right? As it is in a like a ride hailing style of driving, right? So once you progress and earn money and experience, you'll be able to customize it as you want, right? Like put some stickers and things like that, colors, models. Yeah, but first you need to progress, right?
yeah.
And earn for it.
Over here, I did notice because I was talking about what else is functional, and I see that we have the cabin light also functional. However, as I was standing in the parking space, we have the same action to turn on the cabin as to go into the garage, Alex. so, so as I turned that on, we went into the garage. But that's
Were you
something.
playing on the controller, on the
No,
gamepad?
I was playing on mouse and keyboard when I was
Oh,
recording
okay.
this. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I need to check it out.
yeah,
Yeah, because we are kind of figuring out like some new ways of controlling the game by
yeah.
gamepad. So that should be there could be some mistakes, but the
That's
keyboard.
okay. It's okay.
Uh, that's
But
not
the
the intention.
cabin lights did look good though. They
Yeah.
look
Okay.
good. They looked good inside the vehicle. So, all right. So we're coming out of the parking lot, and I'm checking left, right over here, and I'm in first person, and then we're gonna make a left, I believe, putting on my blinker. You want to be safe drivers. This is a safe driving taxi game.
Oh,
Um,
right.
n-
Um,
now, can we talk a little bit? Because I know a lot of people were sort of wondering, like, oh my God, after I waited 40 minutes in real life traffic, I'm gonna have to wait 40 minutes in a freaking video game. That sounds like so much fun, right? That's some of the things that people have been talking about. Now, right here, what you guys are witnessing, we're at the oh, there's me honking the horn. We're at the traffic light for about 30 seconds, something like that. Is that gonna be throughout like the entire game? Like, what's the most that we're gonna have to wait at a traffic light, for example?
I think a couple of seconds up to a minute should be like tops.
Okay.
We are really carefully downscaling the whole
Mm,
waiting factor in the city, like being stuck. Like we definitely don't want that in our game.
right.
It should be fun after all, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But still simulating the life somehow, right? So it's not like there won't be traffic at all,
Right.
but it should be like bearable, right? It's yeah, we are like carefully planning the actual like traffic density in places, so it's like as you grow as an experienced driver in Barcelona, you will know how can you avoid actually the biggest traffics at the rush hours, for example,
Mm,
so you'll be able to find some other ways and avoid it. But even though if you get stuck in it, it shouldn't be a nightmare as it is in real life.
yeah.
So yeah, we are like yeah.
'Cause that is a pain in the ass
Yeah,
in
it
real
is.
life.
Yeah. Even like the game time, as you can see, is a little bit sped up.
Yeah.
So like everything would be like majority of things will be like sped up because it's
Right.
like a game, right? Like
Speaking of game time, though, so like uh, certain parts of the day will have more traffic than usual. Like, for example, morning rush hour, right? Like 7 to like 8 in the morning. People are getting ready to work, they're going to work, and that's something that's also going to be reflected in Urban Venture, right?
correct. And not only like we are kind of diversifying the traffic based on the hours, of course, but also the places. We've just recently implemented a feature called points of interest. and it's like big volumes set up on the map. On the very like specific places, like and they are like named, and they are functioning differently, like points of interest at the restaurant areas, at the tourist areas, at the industrial or business offices, and they are like functioning differently, like they have the different rules and parameters, like at business areas there are people walking the most at the morning and the later afternoon, of course, like going to and going to and back from work, and the same from cars, like it would be much more stuffed and in a certain hours and areas. So it's all like connected and works like it's parameterized in this way. So yeah, uh, the whole the whole day cycle is like programmed to work differently. It's not like the same all the time.
Right. Right.
So at night there are very like scarce, like there are not many cars out there, and people even less people. So yeah, and it will be all depending like the the fair price and everything. It's all like connected to time, weather, not yet weather, but should be somewhere in the future. But for sure time, place, like I mean the area. Yeah, that's about it.
Now, speaking of the pedestrians, because right now the pedestrians are sort of like they're just sort of walking around randomly, you know, and like that's something that we're obviously going to fix like later down the line, right? But they're gonna be is there gonna be like scenarios and like moments where I don't know, there's gonna be like a pedestrian crossing the street and I don't know, you have to like wait for them to cross or could you like maneuver around them somehow and is are the pedestrians also going to like be playing a role as the players playing the game?
Yeah, absolutely. They are like would be another like a hive hero of the game. I would say they will be always around. They are not just like mannequins like walking
Right,
around, but
right,
they are going to be a substantial part of the whole world. So yeah, we are planning. It's not necessarily called. That is just a matter of terminology scenarios, but more like events. Like we have actually already almost ready like the whole event system, but it's not visible because we need to add events that
right.
we are working on right now. Uh, so yeah, of course, like people will be like randomly crossing the streets, and you need to stop like very like suddenly. So they will be walking like the streets like jaywalking,
Mm.
and
Oh, really? They'll be breaking the law?
yeah, so
That means we got to run them over
yeah, legally.
legally.
Uh, yeah, and crossing the zebras, like we are working on that for a couple of weeks now, if not months. And it will be like the actual crossing the streets on green light, right?
Yep.
And stopping on red light. So we will need to actually pull over, stop like before the lights to let them go. Yeah, but not only there will be this will be like systemical, but the events we were talking about earlier, like I mean the like crossing the streets randomly, like even animals may appear somewhere in the
Ooh.
future.
Oh,
So
really?
you
Okay.
will need to, yeah, you will need to watch the road all the time. So yeah,
This is the part that I was like sort of talking about earlier. Sorry to cut you off, but I was just so
yeah,
excited. Like this is the part. Like I was in like such a wide area, like huge buildings, and I made a left in like this little street, and like look at this. It's like so intense. Like I can't like during a 1 month, during 1 month since the last stream that we did, we've made this much progress and like I can't even like comprehend what it's going to be like in 2 months, 3 months, half a year, something like that. And this is the part that I was talking about, like it's like the super immersive. I'm getting a little impatient here because there's a a street sign in the middle of the street that shouldn't be there. So I went around the guy, and we have two examples right here as well.
Yeah, it may happen. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because
yeah,
like you are at the level that it's not necessarily fully prepared.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
like, we are kind of spreading the world, of course, but we
Mm,
are trying to avoid like completing the whole world like as the game as the development goes, because like we constantly change the systems, like the lights, the signs. So like level designers would be doing the same thing all over again. So there is actually one level somewhere here that is like fully prepared and kind of displayable. But the rest is like heavily under construction, right? But
right.
still not still looking very good. But like the signs are just appearing
Yeah.
randomly everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's generated.
so in the final version of the game, there will be no signs in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
So
we'll try.
I
Uh,
saw a pretty interesting comment earlier from YouTube and from Mackie Virtual, and he says the priority sign at the crossroads in the shape of a diamond with a yellow center and the white border is hardly ever used in Spain. Maybe I didn't notice that somewhere, but Mackie, if you did notice that, that is a good thing that you told us. Maybe it's something that we should take into consideration and possibly, I don't know, remove it. Maybe it's not used in Spain, but is it used in the Barcelona? Maybe it's used in certain parts of Spain. Maybe it's used but very rarely. This is something that we're probably going to have to explore. However, nevertheless, that's some good feedback. Like that is the exact stuff that we're looking for here, because you know, one-to-one recreation of Barcelona means one-to-one recreation of Barcelona, right? Like we want to get as close as possible to the real thing, as you would see it in real life. What engine do you guys use for the game? Unreal Engine 4. I don't think we have any plans for Unreal 5, right? It's just we're in too deep, I think, at this point.
yeah, we aren't deep,
Yeah.
and Unreal 5 is still in beta.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember, and it's like we have enough problems on our own to like to figure out in the project, and like moving the engines is like not necessarily what we need right now.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we're nearing the end. We're nearing the end of the video, and I'm about to break the entire game. Okay, I'm just gonna break it,
There's
and here we go. You guys ready to see me break the game? Here it is. This is it. We're going 120 into a parked vehicle. There it is, and we do some flips and flops, and we're on the roof. And now, some things to notice here. I'm gonna pause the video for a little bit. Okay, this is actually a pretty good angle that I paused it at. So, damage, right? Vehicle damage is also a thing. We talked about this in one of our other dev blogs, and uh, as you can see, I think it's going pretty good. However, it's not the final iteration of vehicle damage physics, right? Like maybe like let's talk about the damage for a little bit. How much damage will we be able to get in to our vehicle,
mm,
like exterior?
yeah.
Yeah,
Exterior, we will have
yeah,
interior as well.
yeah,
But the exterior, it will be limited to some point. Like it's not like we are not making a BNG
yeah.
here.
BMNG,
They,
yeah, yeah,
that would be very very nice to have the card being damaged that way.
sure.
But we will be will be limited to some to something like what we have already. I think it will be
Yeah, I mean, I think this is good, to be honest.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, if this was BMNG, then the roof would be crushed, everything would just be
Yeah,
destroyed.
yeah.
But
But I think we won't be losing parts. Like we won't
Right.
be losing like the yeah, the roofs and like the wheels and things like that. Like it's still like it will be all like staying in place, but
Right.
just like getting more and more like damaged, but not like disappearing or just like rolling over or something. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, I caused a small accident here. It's a very small one. I just crashed into a park vehicle and just flipped my car over. So like
Don't try it at home.
yeah, obviously don't try it at home. Uh, but this indicates that there's going to be small and big accidents, correct? In urban venture, right? So a small accident would be like, I don't know, not like this probably, but it'll
Yeah.
probably be like you bumper to bumper another vehicle that's parked, right? Or a big accident. I think this would be considered as a big accident, right? Like you flip your car over because you were going too
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, 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 for sure. We have small and big accidents, but they are not like probably read by the game yet.
Right.
So it's something that will need to be fixed, and probably like the terminology changed because like a small accident, I don't know if it sounds right, like nice, cool, maybe not.
I mean, an
Maybe
accident is like,
oh, a big like you saw it's like a small accident,
yeah,
just
yeah,
an
yeah,
accident, and
yeah,
then there's a big accident, and you
yeah.
committed all them at
I
once.
had all of the accidents.
A big accident,
Yeah,
an
yeah.
accident, and
And a small accident.
small accident.
Yeah, very nice.
Uh,
Let's
triple accident.
triple accident. We should have like an achievement. Cause a triple
Combo,
accident.
like a accident combo,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Combo times five. Yeah. Jempete is asking, will it be only visual damage or performance damage as well towards the vehicle? Yeah, so there will be performance damage, like engine damage, interior damage, tire. You might get a flat tire. I don't think we have the flat tire mechanic implemented yet, right? That's something that.
it is actually it is implemented, but it's not entirely visual.
Oh,
So
okay,
we cannot like experience that. It just works like logically,
right,
but it's not like represented visually.
okay,
So yeah.
cool. And then yeah, and there you will also, obviously get fined for these accidents. Now, I'm pretty sure that depending on the type of accident, well, how about this? I want to ask you this question, Alex. Will the accidents be fine the player depending on how big the accident is? So, like, will you go bankrupt if you cause like a big accident? Like how will the fines be when a player gets into an accident, for
That's
example?
actually that's actually good that you're asking because like this month we planned to introduce a system that will like revert the fines to the um like rewards, but not like literally, but like in like general game design, we like it is said that the player like cannot be fined like too often, right? Like the player needs to be rewarded like at the most of the time. So the player will be like the less the most you obey the rule, you'll be the more you'll be rewarded. But of course accidents will be fined, but not like you know I don't think that we are planning like to go bankrupt on the fines.
Hmm.
um that's the thing to be figured out yet, but we are kind of planning to create more incentives to the player to do good, right?
Right,
It's like
right.
yeah, like from a superhero movie. but yeah, like the player will be just rewarded on, like stopping on red light, like not causing accidents. Everything will be rewarded. The more you obey, the more money you will get. But of course, like accident is something, that will be fined for sure, but I don't think that much.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, you can play how you want, right? But
Yeah,
there's there's just consequences to
there
everything,
are consequences, right?
as you would be driving on the streets. Are there police in the game? Didn't you say something about this?
Yeah,
About
I
police?
yeah, I was saying maybe on like last week or something. Actually, yeah, like together with these law and reward system we are creating, we want to have police patrols on the streets. It would be like together delivered. So maybe next time I will be able to show this.
For the dev
Uh,
blog, maybe.
yeah, yeah, and the police will be around patrolling the streets, so you'll need to be careful even more, right? So because they will be like seeing you, and that would be good to avoid police, right? It's again a little bit like a GTA thingy, right? But we have police in real life, right? And
Yeah.
it's patrolling the streets sometimes. So you need to watch out because like
So there's
if
going to be like speed traps, probably, right?
speed traps they are already in the game for
Oh,
long months.
okay.
Yeah, on the main level, on the first level, on the zero level that
Right.
we had somewhere. It's already like these. I think it's yellow. It's yellow boxes
Oh.
on the like side roads.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I did. They are in zero level. Yeah, yeah, they're
And
there.
it's like you have notification that you got like you cross the speed limit and you got a ticket. So
Right,
it's not like randomly, but it's happening only when you like cross the speed camera once driving too fast.
right,
So it's already there, and will be all like connected. I mean the system about law and rewards, and of course the police. So yeah, there will be little incentives to drive not carefully. So yeah, but
right.
like don't worry, we will make it fun. It's not like because like it sounds so like intimidating, like I don't want to obey anything, right? But i
Yeah.
think i think i think it will be good, like we have good
You know,
designer.
I could understand player concerns, like, oh my God, this is like another job,
Yeah, or
like,
something.
like,
I know,
but
but
trust us, guys. Like, take our word for it. It's not going to
uh,
be like another job. Trust me.
yeah,
You guys are going to have fun playing Urban Venture.
yeah.
Especially if you're into simulation games. Even if you're not into simulation games, I think cars in general is something that the majority of the world and the player base can relate to, right? Because not everyone can be a train driver, not everyone can fly a plane, not everyone can, steer a boat. But almost everyone can drive a car, right? And it'll be something for sure. We will definitely have something for everyone, whether it's like a hardcore simulation fan, a casual player, someone just getting into simulation games, and yeah, and we can't wait to show you guys some more. um Alex, any closing thoughts for the community here?
That what you will be seeing in the couple of next months will be more and more enjoyable. So that would be great if you guys could stay tuned, because the game is very like promising to me and everyone that has already played it. So yeah, like stay tuned for more. It's just the beginning.
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I fully agree, Alex, that you know like this is something that we're really proud of, and that we really believe will make an impact on the gaming community. So
We hope so.
let's see, we have some questions here. Any idea when playtests are going to happen, Mr. Mike? So when it comes to playtesting, we're going to do closed alpha stuff. Okay, we're going to be doing closed alpha stuff probably sometime around September. No concrete dates yet or something like that, but we will keep you guys informed. We will definitely will be doing 3 phases of closed alpha testing, and we'll keep you guys informed on that as well. So motorcycle question mark? No motorcycles. I don't think as of yet. Are we gonna have a motorcycle? Probably not.
Future, but only like NPCs somewhere around.
Oh,
But
okay.
like, no, not for us. Like we
Okay.
are the car game only.
Fantastic. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as we enjoyed streaming for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the little gameplay footage that we showed you guys. We know it's not perfect, but as we said, you know, work in progress stuff. We're going to share more information, more content as time goes on. We're going to be doing developer blogs every month. We're going to be sharing some little backstage, behind the scenes stuff on social media, as we have been doing today. And yeah, Alex, thank you so much for coming onto the stream
You,
with me. As
my pleasure.
always, it's a pleasure to have this discussion with you and the community, and I can't wait to see what's cooking in the oven for the coming days and weeks and months. So. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to join our Discord. Follow us on social media, twitter.com/Simteract, Simteract @Simteract everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, Twitch, TikTok. We're even on TikTok now. We're on TikTok. I said it. I did it. We're on the TikToks. So yeah, follow us. Let us know. Gather any feedback. And have a fantastic rest of your day, guys. Stay cool out there, everybody. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.